Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and this is my first process video for the Hip Kit Club that I just subscribed to. So this is my first month. This is the October kit. And if you saw my picture selection for this kit, you know how in love with the open book papers by Crate Paper that I am. So I had said I was hoping to get a second pack. That's not going to work out because I did not input the code correctly. So what I have done is I went ahead and ordered some extras of my favorite ones. So I just went to bluemoonscrapbooking.com and I ordered extra sheets of the ones that I really want to have more of and that I love both sides of them. So that order is, I've already ordered it, so it's on the way. So I'm going to just add those into the kit as I get them. So all good. Crisis averted. Okay, so the first one I decided to do was this one about the TV shows that I have been marathoning. I guess most of them have been this year. The only one that hasn't been this year I think was Dexter. And I did that a couple years ago and then I had been caught up on it. But I think Castle was earlier this year. Maybe Breaking Bad was last year too, actually, I think. And then Criminal Minds, I'm currently watching that right now. And Bones is next on my list. So I wanted to document this because it's something fun and quirky and something I would like to remember, you know, down the line in the future. So I just thought it would be a fun page. So I took these images of the shows and I printed them out to 2x3 and I backed them with just a little piece of vellum. I cut them down to, I think the vellum is 2.5 by 3.5. So just to add a little extra layer, but nothing crazy. And I'm taking this washi tape, and this is by Recollections. I got it at Michael's a while ago. I'm not sure if you can still buy it or not, but I love it. And they're just little, it looks like a little film strip. So I'm taking those and I'm lining them up along the bottom of the gray stripe, just to add a little bit of interest to it and to go along with the theme of, you know, TV show watching. I just think it adds a little extra something, something. So I'm going to take these images and I'm going to do them into a grid. There's no rhyme or reason to what order they're in. They're just in whatever I decided to put them in. I didn't try to put them in order the way I watched them or anything because I honestly don't really know. But I'm going to have a lot of fun with layering on this one. And I wanted to kind of play around with layering grids in this way. I've seen a lot of people doing them lately and I just thought it was kind of fun, you know, almost treat each image as like just almost like a little mini page and just kind of layer things behind it. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm taking this piece of paper, the background paper is by Crate Paper. It's from the Open Book Collection by Maggie Holmes. So there's that. I think all the papers I use in here are the Open Book Collection, which is the one I'm cutting out right now. It's a little cut apart sheet. And I ordered an extra one of those because I love both sides of them. So I have an extra sheet of that coming my way. So I'm going to concentrate on just one side of it. So I'm not cutting from both sides right now. I'll save the other side for my my new piece that comes in. So I'm going to open this die cut pack from Crate Paper Open Book, and I'm going to go through every single piece and just pull out whatever jumps out at me. And I'm pulling big and small. So I pulled a couple of the bigger ones because they would be, you know, good layering pieces behind these, and just pulling a few, you know, little small ones to kind of add a little bit extra behind the layers, and I'm going to do a little bit on top and a little bit on bottom as well. I definitely wanted to get those viewfinders, and I'm going to use both of those on this layout. So I just kind of pulled out whatever jumped out at me, and I'm pretty positive I used every single thing that I pulled. So that's good. So now I'm just kind of, you know, putting things behind. I put the viewfinders opposite sides so that they're not like right next to each other. And I'm just kind of, you know, playing around. I'm not really thinking about it too much. I'm just doing whatever I feel like doing at the time. And I think I pretty much stick with what I originally do. I don't think I change up too much. I'm just adding a little bit here and there. It was really fun playing around with the layers. I have to do more of that. And I wanted to add a little bit of gold, so I didn't want them right next to each other, so I put them on opposite sides as well. And then my title is going to be gold as well. I really like the way that looks. It's kind of fun. And I used up a ton of those little die cuts, which is good because there's 81 pieces in there. So now I'm just going to go ahead and start sticking stuff down. I really didn't take a whole lot of time to think about it because sometimes I will sit and think about it and then I start to overthink it and second guess myself. And this one I just really wanted to, you know, do what I initially thought, pretty much try to keep it that way and just get it down and not think about it too much. So I just marked the center of the layout, the 6 inches across, so I could kind of get the center one there in the middle and then line up the other ones accordingly. Just trying to get it lined up to the center there so it's at the same height. And none of these layers, like none of the pieces were really film related except maybe kind of the viewfinders, but they're not really film. But, you know, they were just fun. And honestly, I mean, how are you going to really sit there and examine while you're looking at my page what every single thing says? Probably not. It's just fun. Fun little accents. So I am, while I'm doing this, I'm in Criminal Minds right now, and I am about to start the 9th season. I'm doing this voiceover on Saturday. Today's the 11th of October, and I'm planning to post this on Tuesday. So by then I'll probably be a few episodes into season 9. But yeah, it's really, really good. It's very intense though. At first it was not as so intense, so I was able, you know, to really watch like 5 or 6 in a row, no problem. But now I'm kind of like, I need a break. So I need to rid my mind of what I just saw. It's really, really good, but it can get really intense and there's some really good storylines going on. So, and I have a pretty intense, unhealthy crush on Dr. Spencer Reid. If you're with me, let me know. I hope I'm not the only one, but I am totally into him. It's ridiculous. But so I'm on season 9, I'm about to start season 9, and then season 10 is on right now. I think there's 2 or 3 episodes in season 10 that I'm recording on my DVR. So I'm going to start on that when I'm finished up with what's on Netflix. And then I'm going to get into Bones, but I might need a little buffer in between since they're going to be very similar. So I'm thinking about maybe watching Outlander since it just started recently, so there's not a whole lot for me to, you know, watch to catch up on. And it won't be as intense. So that's my plan as of right now. So I did my journaling on that little strip up there, and it just says, you know, when Josh is away, I like to marathon TV shows, and these are some of my favorites. And I'm putting these cork arrows, they're kind of chevron-ish arrows by Studio Calico on here. I'm trying to use up some stuff on my desk. I just have a couple little tins that have some stuff like that transparency right there that I'm going to use. I'm going to cut that into 3 different strips and use them behind 3 different spots that kind of don't have as much. And that is part of the Nicole Jones 911 Facebook page. She does a challenge every month, and this month is to use up 10 packages of embellishments. So I picked 10 things that I'm going to try to focus on, and so I have them sitting on my desk, so every time I make a layout, I'm going to try to pull from there and try to use some stuff up this month. But that transparency was one of them, so I got rid of that. And those cork arrows were in there as well. So I have 3 more left on there, and I believe I use those up on my next layout. So got that done. And I'm going to use these 2 little strips that were just from something. I don't even know what from. They were just little strips. When I have teeny tiny strips like that I don't really want to throw in the trash, I just stick it in a little tin on my desk and just try to use it up quickly. So I use these up right here, and that's all I had of that. So all done. And I'm gonna go, I think I'm gonna work on my title next. I'm gonna go back and forth because my initial thought is to use these gold thickers from the open book line. And I take a look at the black thickers as well, because I don't know if I want to use like a big word title or if I want to do like TV marathon or marathon time or something like that. So I'm just kind of trying to figure out exactly what I want to do. And I am watching Criminal Minds on this one. I think I was right towards the end of season 8 and it was getting pretty intense. So I'm kind of paying attention to that as well. So I decided to just go for it and I do the details. So my title is going to be details. I didn't need like a huge, you know, big narrating title just because, you know, my journaling really says it all. So I didn't need anything like, you know, I didn't need TV marathoning on there. So I thought the details was a nice touch and it adds a little bit more of gold that I have throughout the layout as well. So these are also part of my 10 things to get rid of. So I'm going to use up all those light pink enamel dots. So I only have 2 more of those left to use. And these arrows did not stick down very well. So I'm just going to reinforce them with my glossy accents to keep them down because they were literally like coming up off the page. And I didn't want that. And my glossy accents gave me a hard time. So I'm just going to get all 6 of those stuck down and reinforced. I tried to just do the corners, but they wouldn't stay down that way either. So. And I have, while I'm doing that, I'm going to go back to shows, but, you know, I'm going to watch Bones. I'm going to watch Outlander. I'm also going to start Parenthood. I know they're on their last season right now, and I've heard really good things about that. And what else is on my list? I think Sons of Anarchy is on my list. They're on their last one as well. So if anyone... Oh, and American Horror Story is on my list, but I'm not doing that till my husband gets home. But if you have any other suggestions of things that you've watched, let me know. I'm always on the lookout for some more stuff. Oh, and I'm going to watch The 100, which is something Nicole Jones had suggested. I already checked that out, so I'm going to watch that as well. All right, here's my close-ups. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll be back again real soon with another Hip Kit Club page. Have a great day. Bye.